The African athletes making a name for themselves in the UFC. When we think of mixed martial arts, MMA, the Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC, is undoubtedly the first organization that comes to mind. The UFC has grown into a global phenomenon, with millions of fans tuning in to watch fighters from all around the world battle it out in the octagon. While the UFC has traditionally been dominated by fighters from North America and Brazil, in recent years, there has been a surge of talented fighters coming from Africa. Let's take a closer look at the African athletes making a name for themselves in the UFC. Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman is a Nigerian-American fighter who currently holds the UFC welterweight championship. Usman was born in Auchi, Nigeria, and moved to the United States when he was 8 years old. He started wrestling in high school and went on to become a Division II NCAA champion. Usman made his UFC debut in 2015 and quickly made a name for himself with his dominant wrestling and striking skills. In 2019, he defeated Tyron Woodley to become the UFC welterweight champion, and he has successfully defended his title 4 times since then. Usman's impressive record of 19 wins and only 1 loss has cemented his status as one of the best fighters in the UFC. Kamaru Usman has credited his success in the octagon to his Nigerian heritage and his strong work ethic. In interviews, he has spoken about the importance of discipline and dedication in MMA, values that are deeply ingrained in Nigerian culture. Usman is also known for his charitable work, including building a well in his hometown of Auchi and donating to organizations that support education and healthcare in Nigeria. Kamaru Usman. The Last Stylebender, Israel Adesanya. Israel Adesanya is a Nigerian-born fighter who currently holds the UFC middleweight championship. Adesanya moved to New Zealand when he was 13 years old and started kickboxing soon after. He made his professional MMA debut in 2012 and joined the UFC in 2018. Adesanya's unique fighting style, which combines traditional martial arts with flashy striking techniques, quickly caught the attention of fans and analysts. He won the UFC middleweight championship in 2019 and has successfully defended it 3 times since then. Israel Adesanya has become a cultural icon in Nigeria and New Zealand, and his fighting style has inspired a new generation of MMA fighters. He has been outspoken about his experiences with racism and discrimination, both inside and outside the octagon. Adesanya has used his platform to advocate for social justice issues and to raise awareness of mental health challenges among athletes. Israel Adesanya. Born to fight, Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou is a Cameroonian fighter who currently competes in the UFC heavyweight division. Ngannou grew up in poverty in Cameroon and started training in boxing when he was 22 years old. He moved to France in 2013 and began training in MMA soon after. Ngannou made his UFC debut in 2015 and quickly gained a reputation as one of the most